Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, the channel in which we make everyday lifestyle changes for a healthier life. Today I'm actually going to try a new recipe and I'm bringing you guys along with me. It is called the stuffed bell pepper soup. Now this time of the year it's fall, and so I'm super excited that fall is here, and I do love soups and hot beverages. And during the summertime, it's not nearly as enjoyable. So today we're going to try this recipe out. I'll let you know how I feel about it and link this recipe down in the description box. We're going to start out with browning the ground beef. Now I actually have ground turkey here. Honestly, ground turkey, ground beef is kind of a preference thing. The recipe suggests 95% ground beef. Probably adds a little bit more fat to your meal, but flavor-wise, it shouldn't change all that much. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and brown the meat first. We're gonna brown the meat. You can probably hear that sizzling. Hopefully you can hear me too, but we're gonna brown the meat inside this pot. That way we can lessen how much dirty pans how many pans will actually dirty. So we'll just go ahead and brown the meat in this pan right here. Now as we are browning the meat, we will want to drain all this fat out. This is ground turkey, so this is not like ground beef, so just keep that in mind as I'm making this, but I will still drain the fat that there is on this. Add some salt to your ground beef while you're cooking. So as you can see, I've drained the grease out of here. Now I will say on this as well, this is a pound of ground turkey that we have in here. All right, so we're gonna turn this down just a little bit so it's on high heat, so a little bit of steam right there for you. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the peppers. This is a half a cup of green peppers, half a cup of red peppers. The size of the peppers that I got, it actually was about half of those, so my daughter loves peppers, bell peppers, so we're going to save the other halves for her for lunches, and we will toss this in with the ground beef along with a cup of onion. So this is a cup of finely diced onions. Now, when I say finely, it's very, I am not a chef, FYI, so that this is diced onions, but it's not as finely diced as it could be. So that's what the recipe calls for. So it says to go ahead and toss in the peppers and the onions. By the way, I also have already put in, also don't forget, I'm going to turn down our heat to medium-low, the onions. Keep this on low for about 5 to 10 minutes, just continually stirring. While that is cooking, I actually already have some diced tomatoes, and I have some tomato sauce. This calls for 2 cans of finely diced tomatoes. Now I just got this big can that's 2 cans worth, pretty much 28 ounces. And then it calls for a cup and 3/4 of tomato sauce. I just grabbed a full can, so that should be just plenty. Also, then we will also need 2 cups of reduced sodium chicken broth. I didn't actually grab the reduced sodium chicken broth this time, but it will just be a little bit saltier, which means you don't have to add so much salt in when it's all done. And then you also need 3 cloves of diced garlic. I always get the garlic in the jar. It just saves time, because who likes 2 diced garlic? It calls for a half a teaspoon of this herb called, this herb called marjoram. It almost sounds like margarine. but it's marjoram, so it also qualifies for 1/2 teaspoon of that. This is almost done sauteing in the pot, so let's take a look. And we should be ready to go ahead and start adding our diced tomatoes, tomato sauce into this mix. The diced tomatoes in. Go ahead and mix that up. Okay, is the tomato sauce. Now I was just playing the safe side and I got this bigger pan, so I'm really using a really big pot to make this up, just to be careful, but it could maybe do a medium-sized saucepan. Or it does talk about a Dutch oven, or you can actually, this recipe does have the availability to try in the Instant Pot. We're actually making another chicken recipe in our Instant Pot, so I decided to do this on the stove. That way we didn't have to clean the Instant Pot more than once today. Add the 2 cups of chicken broth in. 3 cloves of garlic. Garlic I accidentally did not mix in at the right time. Should have probably cooked with the onions and the bell peppers. Would have added more flavor to it. That is fine. I am not a perfect cook. I will promise you guys that. So marjoram. Don't quote me on what this is. Marjoram. So we'll go ahead and add 1/2 teaspoon of this to it. Mix this all up. I'm gonna add some salt and pepper to this. Not too much salt because, again, like I said, it already has a lot of salt from the chicken broth. So this should be plenty salted, honestly. So we'll probably just add some pepper for taste. This is fresh ground pepper that we're adding. Mix it up. And let that simmer. I'm going to put a lid on it for about 30 minutes on low heat. We'll come back to it when it's all done. So here it is, all done. And you can see it's pretty good and thick. Now the recipe says to dish out 1.5 cups for serving. I am actually going to just do 1 cup of this for my serving. So I'm just going to go ahead and dish up a cup. That right here. Okay, I'm also going to put, it calls for 1/2 cup of brown rice, but I'm only actually going to do 1/4 cup. This is actually 1/2 cup measuring cup, but I'm going to just go ahead and just do 1/4 cup. Since I'm already cutting down my portion size on the main dish, I'm going to add the rice. It says top it with the brown rice. So this is just 1/4 cup of brown rice and then a full cup of the soup. And I will go ahead, and there is my meal. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and give this a try, see how it tastes. Let me make sure I get everything in. Not bad at all. It definitely, I think that you could probably add some cheese to this. Give it just a little bit of that extra, but it's not bad. The brown rice, kind of up to you. You can add just plain white rice if you prefer, or just cut it out altogether. I need carbs in my diet, so I add it, so I'll keep it there. But if you're on paleo, recommends taking it out. Otherwise, you can have it in or not, or change it to some white rice if you prefer white rice. Just make sure you accommodate for the difference in nutrition. That's pretty good. I actually very impressed. I will give you guys the nutritionals. They will be right somewhere around here. One side eventually, hopefully. The nutritionals will be based upon my version of this recipe, since my version was different than the original. I will also link the original version down below. You can try it out yourself. And if you like this video or would like me to do more meal prep style videos, give this a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the link in the comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, of course. Anyways, thanks guys.